Good evening. This is Sri Premog with a quick recap of the first day of the All England Championships in London. And what a day it turned out to be. You've got upsets, you got players pushed to the limit. It was indeed an unbelievable day one, both in the men's and the women's as well. Let's start off with the women's to start off, and then you had the most players in the Sabalenka bracket and the bracket in which Paulini was on. In that bracket, you had Sabalenka. She had a tough first set, or was one of the sets, and then she managed to get through. Won Rosa, ex Wimbledon champion, playing against Kessler, and she managed to win that match and move on to the second round. So you got a great, very interesting matchup in this round two with Emma Raducanu, who actually won as well, uh, playing against Juan Rosa. So they got two Grand Slam champions squaring off in round number two. Then you got an impressive wins by Svetlina, Paulini, and Stearns, um, and Amanda Anisimova. But huge upsets in the women's bracket with Paula Badosa, the number nine ranked player, as well as Ostapenko, who is ranked in the 20. And Ostapenko is someone who's done a great job in a lot of majors, and she's bounced out as well. So, two players that I thought would be a little further along, Ostapenko and Badosa, I had them going on to the fourth round, are out of the Wimbledon. As far as tomorrow is concerned, look ahead. You had a lot of the players in the Pegula and the Coco Golf bracket uh, going to be there, but it depends on the weather, obviously, because a lot of the matches today in the men's and women's got suspended. Um, Coming back to the men today, you had one of the huge upsets, two-time semifinalist and ex-US Open champion Medvedev is out. So is Popperin. These are two players I had predicted to meet in the third round. Now it's got to be someone else. But you had Medvedev, who lost a very tough four set against Benjamin Bonzi from France. And it looked like Medvedev was out of sorts. He did blame that the limited grass court season is one of the causes of why he hates playing on grass. Um, Granted, most of the players play in hard courts and clay courts, but grass is something that you get to play just the last month or so before leading up to the Wimbledon. I mean, of course, there's Eastbourne, there's Queens, there's Stuttgart, but Medvedev was clearly rattled and has been shown the door in four sets by Bonzi. Similarly, same thing with Popperin. He was playing um, against, I think, Arthur Perry, I think, from Great Britain, and he lost as well. Two more huge upsets. One was not an upset. One was Tsitsipas had to withdraw from his match against Valentin Royer, lost the first two sets, and then couldn't carry on. And then the biggest upset being Holger Rune, who was playing against Nicholas Jari, and Jari got the better of him and against Rune. So Rune is someone I had going into the fourth round, losing to Tiafo, but Rune is out. Um, and um, you got Tsitsipas also out and Medvedev out. And Berrettini, ex-Wimbledon sub-finalist, was also shown the door along with Cerundolo. So a lot of upsets that happened in the bracket. But the biggest match that we had today was the Alcaraz and Fonini. This match was a classic, just like the French Open final. And in this case, Alcaraz was clearly was in um, tough match with Fonini really playing outstanding in almost like 4 of the 5 sets. He was just phenomenal, and he could have easily won some of those sets. I mean, in the first set, kept it very close, 7-0, 7-5 all, and then lost to serve, and then Alcaraz managed to win. Alcaraz had his typical um, drop shots and trying to make Fonini a little more tired by having a lot of drop shots, but Fonini had an answer for everything Alcaraz had. There was this huge 20-point rally that was just incredible to watch, where they're going back and forth with their backhand, and then Alcaraz hits like a beautiful shot, but um, Fonini managed to get it back. Alcaraz was actually facing Fonini in his back, and then managed to flip it across, and Fonini finished off with a great backhand volley. But the bottom line is that once it got to 2 sets all, Fonini gave everything he's got. He was serving well. He had his great drop shots. Alcaraz, of course, made a lot of unforced errors, but that was partly due to the way Fonini was playing this match. Kept it close, gave everything Alcaraz could handle. Um, all it was like at the end of in the fifth set, Alcaraz just ran through the fifth set, ran to a 5-0 lead, and went on to win 6-1. But after the end of the match, Fonini is someone who's going to retire at the end of the year. He received such a great ovation, including Alcaraz in center court. So class act by Alcaraz as well. So tomorrow you got some of the um, matches like Sinner and Djokovic, Musetti, Draper, Shelton, Tommy Paul. Everybody's on tap tomorrow, but there's still some matches that they need to complete. So with that, we wrap up the first um, uh, round or day one of the Wimbledon um, championship. Thanks again for listening, and have a good rest of the day.